In this video, we're going to cover how to create scoreboards in Mingo. There's a few different scoreboard templates. That are worth looking at. What we're looking at right now is called the single machine template, which has 9 different boxes that you can add to the screen with custom metrics from the software. And you can see they all update in real time as the machine is updating them. So they can be anything from OEE metrics to quantities, things like that. You also have the ability to choose which machines, lines, cells you want to see. And if you have more than 9, it navigates to the next page. So we also have a shift by shift comparison. So again, you can choose a single line, a single machine, a single station on a line, and you can see the current shift, which is first shift, and then the prior shifts. So even if you only run one shift, you can see yesterday's first shift, the day before's first shift. It'll just go back into history and find those shift information and then summarize it. And then there's 2 more versions of these. One is called a multiple machine view, which is like this downtime status where we're looking at individual lines or machines or stations and what they're currently doing. So are they up? Are they down? So for example, this batching tank has been down for 5 hours and 34 minutes for a changeover. And then we can see other machines as well, what's up, what's down, and the reason why. So that's a multiple machine. And then it pages too. So if you, for example, have more than 9 or 10, whatever fits on the screen, it will move to the next page at a predetermined time, which you set. We'll look at that. And then the last one that's worth looking at is a schedule scoreboard. So this is actually pulling from your schedule inside of Mingo, and it's showing, based on your filters, upcoming work orders and jobs for a certain area. So here we can see what's in process, we can see what's upcoming, we can see estimated time to complete for different things directly within this scoreboard template. So let's take a look at how we set these up. So to do that, we go to Administration, and then we go to Scoreboards. So let's add a new one, and there's some options here. So we can add a name, so we'll add Brian's Scoreboard. And then we can choose from a type. So either it's a production scoreboard, which means we're pulling data from the production runs, or it's a schedule scoreboard, which means we're pulling data from the work orders. Now you can mix and match data from both places on the scoreboards, but it's just sort of it controls what options we're going to see. So let's choose production. And then the reload rate is how quickly we change pages. So the default is every 30 seconds, but it could be as fast as every 5 or as slow as every 2 minutes. So let's hit confirm. Now it takes us to a screen where we can choose some other settings. So we have the layout, so the single machine layout, which was the 9 different boxes for a single machine. We have a single machine with prior shifts, which was the one I showed that showed this shift, third shift, second shift, first shift. And then we also have multiple machines. So let's do that one. And then we have another choice. So we can choose how we want to aggregate the data. So right now it's set at shift. So no matter how many production runs or how many jobs I run across the shift, it will aggregate all of my numbers up at the shift level. If I choose none, that will not aggregate anything. So it'll show me exactly what's going on right now. So for example, if I want to show an availability number or total quantity produced, and I have none selected, it will show me the total quantity that's been produced right now on this particular production run. If I choose shift, it'll tell me the total quantity that's been produced since the beginning of the shift. Let's say it's 7 a.m. this morning. And then I have the third option, which is show me the day. So I'm aggregating across all of the shifts those quantities and showing where we are right now. So a lot of times people use this to track towards individual goals. So let's say I have to make a certain amount every single day. Let's say I have to make 4,500 of a certain item every day. I could set it at day and track how I'm doing up to that total number. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at none right now. Then we have the ability to select from individual machines, facilities, departments, so you can narrow down the data shown on this particular scoreboard. So maybe let's just choose an individual department today. We'll choose machining at the St. Louis location, and then we just add our metrics. So we have this familiar field picker that we also use on the dashboards, but you can search through this and choose whatever you want. So let's say quantity. Total good quantity, let's show that. The machine name will always be shown. You don't actually have to add that. We can also change the names of the metrics. So like if you want to shorten it up, you can do that. And you can change formatting and things like that. Let's look at reason. So this would be like the downtime reason. So reason name, let's choose downtime. Or let's just enter reason here. And then we can also put in the duration of that. So we can say most recent event. So what's going on right now, and choose duration. I'm just going to call this duration. And I'm going to format it a little differently, like this. Actually, I like it like this. So it looks like 1 day, 2 hours, 34 minutes, 10 seconds. Okay, and then we can also sort. So let's say that we want total quantity first. Again, the first thing is going to be the machine name, but then everything else will be second. So now we can hit save. And if we go to Scoreboard, we can look at Brian's scoreboard, which should be at the top. And here we go. So we're looking at all of the pieces of equipment in the machining area of the St. Louis facility. We can see the total quantity produced so far, why it's down, and the reason why it's down. So the Mazak's been down for a changeover. The press has been down for a changeover as well. So they're really easy to create. They're also easy to edit. So if we go back to the scoreboard, we can look at go back to administration, look at the scoreboards, and then we can edit that and make changes. So let's say we want to aggregate all the data up by the day. So we can save that, go look at our scoreboard again, Brian's scoreboard. The totals are the same because it's first shift, but if we had a different shifts or it was later in the day, this number would be higher than it is now. So scoreboard's easy to create, heads up views like Andon's out on the floor. You deploy them with TVs and our Amazon Fire Stick app. So you can learn more at support.gomingo.io or by reaching out to either sales or your support team.